Coding with Vinay, and welcome to the video number 8 of our video series where we are building contact list APIs using ASP.NET Core 9 Web API and ChatGPT as our coding assistant. In the previous video, we went over CRUD operations of contact. Right. In this video, we will go over call history, which is this is video number 8, and we will go over call history. Now before we dive into this, I would like to discuss something with ChatGPT. So let me I have prepared the prompt, and let me read it out for you, right? So what I'm saying ChatGPT over here, that let's work on call history. Before that, please correct my understanding here. Call history are made directly when a user calls a number. So ideally it's a machine to machine communication between maybe a service provider and an API and a database, right? So we have option to delete call history from mobile, but I still believe it is always there in the database. It is never deleted, right? It is just flagged for a user not to display on his or her mobile, right? Going forward, right? So if this is the case, we should only work on create and retrieve call history API as it's never updated or deleted. Please suggest here. So let's push this to ChatGPT and let's wait for the response. Waiting for ChatGPT to respond back here. Yeah, okay, so it is generating the response. Okay, so let's read it out. Your understanding is largely correct, and this is actually a very good architecture question. Okay, this is exactly the kind of thinking you. Okay, real world scenario. Call history is event based. A call is an event, and once it happens, it cannot be updated. Duration, start time, and end time are facts. Okay, who creates the call history? Okay, it's machine to machine communication. Yeah, it's right. Example, telecom provider and mobile or voice over IP. Okay, excellent. This system user does not create call history manually, right? User just triggers it, but actually it is done by machine in the background, right? So delete call history on mobile reality. Okay, when a user deletes call history on phone, data is not deleted from the backend. A flag is updated, soft delete done. So is visible, is deleted, or deleted on, something like that. Typical approach. Okay, excellent. So we should have one. It is saying that we should have one more extra column in the call history table. For your contact gap POC, what should we do? Okay, let's say it is saying that create call history system driven and create call history user driven. Okay, now do not implement update and delete. Yeah, okay, we don't want to delete update, we don't want to have that, right? Security alert always fetched per user, filtered by user. Excellent. Yeah, okay. Suggested teaching line. Okay, design call history dtos. Yeah, okay. So yeah, okay, now okay, let's move to create and retrieve operations. Let's move to create and retrieve operation, or let's use this word only, what it has suggested, right? Let's yes proceed with call history APIs. Let's move ahead. The let it generate by the time. Let's go to Visual Studio. Let me close the all open file, and we will be working upon new DTOs and new controller and new operations. Okay, let it take time. So let's go to ChatGPT, what it has done. So it has generated the DTO, create call history DTO. Okay, user ready, start date and call and time. Okay, then the history response. Okay, call from call to duration. Okay, which is calculated, which is okay. Call from call to string. Okay, call history controller. Okay, here we are creating the call history controller. Create method, this create method will be called by a machine to machine, right? When a user makes the call, right? And then get by user. Okay, get all call history of a user, get recent call history, mobile like, okay, query, let's say count 20. Okay, good. Swagger test scenario. Okay. Okay, so it has given us pretty amount of code and instructions also. Let's try to go over it. So first we'll create this, okay, this DTO, create call history DTO. So I'll go here, just right click on DTO. So let me do one thing, let me do this in the background and I'll come back. Okay, so I have created these two DTOs, create call history DTO and create history response DTO. Right. So let's move to the next step now. So next step would be creating the controller. Step 2, create the controller. Okay, so let's create this controller, call history controller. We'll go to controller folder, right click, add controller, and again make sure to select the API controller from here. Right, choose empty. And let's go step by step towards creating the methods. So let's take these, control V, and let me do this time one thing, let me copy this also so that we don't have to correct it later using. Right, so this should be contact list APIs. This should be contact list APIs. This should also be contact list APIs. Right, so all good, no error. Right, so when we copy paste the remaining method, I hope there shouldn't be any error also. Right, so let's say create, copy create, control V, save it. Okay, this method we need to put down, no worries. So we'll move ahead, copy this one, paste it, and then get recent. Okay, let's say copy this one and copy this. Okay, so what do we have? End date. What do we have over here? Start date and time is good, but why don't we have this? Dot. Okay, in response DTO, what do we have? Call and date time. Yeah, that's what we have. Call and date time. Yeah, this is what we have. Why it is generating error? Let's say, okay, cannot exist, you are missing. Okay, so okay, let's go to our models. What do we have it in our models? I think it is marked as call history. Let's go to start date and end date marked as, okay, end time marked as optional. Right? Ideally end time should never be optional, but let's do it if it is marked as optional. So let's go to our this and let's mark these also as optional, and also in this one let's mark this also as optional, so there isn't any problem. Let me save all. Now error is gone. Okay, okay, so let me remove this. Now, okay, now I think the methods are in place. Let's test it. So run it and test it. Right, so let me, by the time, let me prepare this this one somewhere in our notepad or something. Let me open the notepad. Okay, so this is one. This is a now phone number. We'll have to take it whatever we have taken over here. So let's say uh, this, right? So we'll keep this over here. No, we'll keep it into two, and from will be actually our user's number, right? So let me see what number we have for user. Okay, so let me take this. That should be our from number, right? Now this is an example where we are, where a mobile user is calling to another guy, right? Let's just reverse this. This guy now calls this guy, right? And we will have to alter the time. Let me make this as maybe let's just change the date. I'll just change the date, right? And let's have one more where this guy again calls this guy, but the date is different. Let me change the date. Right, let me make one more. No, let me copy this now. This, and this time this guy makes call to this guy. No, not sorry, this. We'll have to go to contact this guy. So we'll keep this, and instead of 30, let's say I'll say 35. Right. And this, let me make it 15. Something changed. Now if if this is 15, then this has to also be 15. Right. Now if it's 12-hour format, then they might create problem. Let me make it 11. We make it 11. Right. So let's go to our Visual Studio, whether it is up and running or not. Okay, we have one error. Time span does not contain definition for total seconds. Okay, let's see what is the problem over here. Okay, total second. Then what do we have? Integer dot 2 second. No, we don't have that. Duration in second. Okay, what is the problem over here? Dot 2 duration in seconds cannot convert system dot time span to integer. Okay, so ideally this should be date time dot something. We should have days in different seconds. Okay, not date time dot different. Okay, that is not coming, or maybe we have date different, something like this. Okay, so not, it is not there. So let's put down these to chat gpt only. Let me keep this as it is. It seems I have done a lot of changes over here. Yeah, right. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT and inform it that okay, this is not working. Error in line this, I guess we need to calculate here date difference in seconds. This is what I am informing, right? Because that's what it is, and ultimately it will be converted to minute or second or only seconds or whatever it is. Yeah, okay, you intuition arise, okay, but the problem arises when this link you queries. Okay, best practice is never put calculated properties in details that are used inside. Okay, then what to do? Duration in seconds. Okay, update get API. Okay, so it is saying use something like this, right? So let's change it. Let's change this to duration in second. It is requesting us to change this. Okay, then in the API it is telling us to change the retrieval code. Let me go, come down, get API retrieval code, right, where we have the get recent and dot select. It is telling that dot select has to be replaced with this. Okay, so we have a lot of errors. Okay, no worries. EF functions, EF function, this minus this. Yeah, this is correct. What is the problem over here? Note that it is static accused through top level function is not null here. Mhm. So let me see what is over here. Okay, so let me see if it has used some alias for EF. EF. Okay. Now, okay, so let's, to keep this simple, let's as of now not calculate this, and in second we'll calculate it later. Let's keep it in the, let's keep it as it is only. Just have the API up and running, then it is mere just the calculation that we need to feed in somewhere, right? So okay, now go ahead and run this. Yeah, so Swagger is up. Let's go to call history and let's create one call history. Try it out. Okay, we have already prepared some. Control V. Let's push it and see. Let's have the query ready also. Okay, so it has created, record got created. Let's go and check into the database. This should be all histories, I believe. Let's go ahead and run this. We can also do one thing. We can just go over here, user ID. So let's get, call history for this one user. Execute and let's see. So we can see this one record. This is good. Now let me, one by one put down few more records. So post here, control A, control V. I will just say execute. it got created. Okay, excellent. Let me take this, control C, control A, control V. Again the post method, execute the number 3 record created. Excellent. Let me copy this and execute number 4. Okay, excellent. So 4 records were created. Call histories, call histories. Let me go ahead and run this. So we have this 4 recording. Excellent. Right now let's go to test. We tested this also. Call history, this is good, this is good. Now recent history, we need to go to recent history. Let's see recent, try it out. So user id will be 1, reset 20 will give us all 4 records. Right, let's see. 1 2 3, 1 2 3 and 4. Now let's do one more thing. Let's try recent only 3 record only. Let's say execute, then we should get only 3 records, 1 2 3. Right, excellent. So we could see this. So all these functions are working properly. Right, however, have you noticed one thing over here? Whenever we retrieve history data, or whenever we retrieve a user call history, if you have noticed, we are just displaying mobile numbers. Ideally, if the mobile number was present in the contact list, right, then the name number should also be appear and name should also be appear. Right, if mobile number is not saved in the mobile, right, then only the mobile number will appear. Only the mobile number should appear. Right, so call from. So let's discuss this scenario with chat gpt. Okay, so while retrieving the call history, it only display it only displays uh, mobile numbers. Mobile numbers. It should ideally it should display the name as well if it's stored in mobile context. If not, it should be the mobile number itself. Right, let's cover this. Let's say what ChatGPT has to say on this. Excellent point. Okay, let's say if mobile number exists in user context, so contact name. Okay, otherwise this. Okay, key point. Okay, from to. Okay, from and to recent displays values. Okay, let's see. Now it is joining tables. Now it is joining table. Excellent. Now it seems to be more complicated. Get by user. Okay, so here what it is doing, it is joining from user context. Right, so if mobile is there, it is bringing the name from group, from contact. Okay, default if any, join contact to. Okay, both. So it is searching from also into the list and to also into the list, which is good. Right, and then it is finally it is giving us this everything. Right, so let's copy this and replace our get by user method. Let me stop this. Let me keep this for reference. And let me put down the latest copied one. Just wait for a while. So I have updated the method and let's test it now. Say go to user id try it out, give user id 1, and let's execute it, and let's see what is the output now. So we see the name now, Ramesh, here Vinayakan, right? Excellent. So name are coming. Here there is one more improvement that can be done, right? The call to is number, right? So call to or call, either see for a user, either from call or to will be user's own number only, right? Will be user's own number only, right? So basically based on the from call, or based on the from number or to number, we can decide whether the call is outgoing or incoming. That we will not cover in this video. We will see if we can accommodate in some of the other video, but that is one thing, still we can improve over here. So that's it in this video. So we have covered pretty much over here. We have covered the call history. This will be used by some machine to machine communication, right? That as soon as the call is placed, it will record the call history, right? Then we can bring the call history for a particular user, all call history. Then at the same time we can also bring only few record, recent, whatever number of record we want to pass, that number of only recent history will be displayed on the mobile screen. So these three cause pretty much good functionality of call history, our call history that we see often in our mobile, right? So that's it in this video, right? I hope you are enjoying the video series. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Thanks a lot guys for watching.